Welcome to NocBro Nation.
Welcome back, guys. Jarrell here.
And I'm Josh, and today we're here to talk about the Walking Dead final 8 episodes. Who will survive?
Who will survive? Now, we have to make note. We do not follow any spoiler-type information, so we do know that supposedly there has been some deaths that have been possibly revealed. We don't care. We're going off of the knowledge that we have. We don't have any spoilers, so...
Deaths, plural?
Deaths, possibly plural, yeah, from what I've heard. So if you already know it, great, good for you. Please don't spoil it for others, but we're giving you our takes on who we feel will survive.
Now, are you showing
or not
them
survive.
the poster that we're going to be basing this on?
So we're going to be going off of, for now, the main poster, the key art from our characters, and then we'll also still go through some other characters that we know of to start with. So let's start with left to right. Lydia.
She survives.
I think she definitely survives. Yeah. I do have to add this person here because he is somewhat close to her. What about Elijah? Now, in the trailer, in the San Diego Comic-Con trailer, it looks like he was, I wouldn't say sacrificing himself.
Where's he next to her?
He's not. I'm adding in here because they're kind of close. It looked like he was sacrificing himself to save Lydia. Like, she's like reaching out for him, screaming like, don't. And the look on his face is, I'm about to die, but I'm going to save you guys.
He's one of those characters where we don't have enough of his story.
Unfortunately, we still don't.
And we don't have time to get it.
Yeah, we don't.
So, yeah, I think he's kind of, unfortunately, because I do think he's a great character, a casualty of,
of the battle,
irrelevance.
Of the fight.
Yeah.
Magna.
This one's tough, dude. I think she survives.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
I think she does. Princess
definitely survives.
Yeah, she's gonna survive. Eugene
survives.
Yeah, survives. Yumiko. Yeah, I could.
No, based on the source material, because I do think she takes Michonne's source material. I think she survives.
Yeah. What about her brother?
He's gone. He's dead.
Gone.
Yeah.
But they just love killing doctors.
Yeah, because they're valuable.
They love killing doctors. Oh, here's one. Mr. Ezekiel.
So he's outlived his comic book counterpart.
He has.
There is the factor of Carol. Well, she was going to have a spinoff. I guess not anymore. But
they could do something.
Just the fact that she was going to possibly leave Commonwealth anyway. I'm gonna go that Ezekiel actually is unfortunately he's gonna die.
He's gonna die.
Yeah.
Not to his cancer, but to maybe the fighting. Just fighting to save
something,
save the kids, save someone, save Carol.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been kind of struggling, wondering about Ezekiel for a while, whether he would, die from his cancer or just from fighting. But I would love to see him alive. I mean, I could definitely see him going out fighting because he'll go off.
He's
fighting.
Outlived his comic book counterpart.
A number of characters have.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just think that I think he gets killed.
Well, these next 4,
you could discount these next 4.
Actually, guys, what do you think? Do you think Negan will survive? What about Maggie? What about Daryl? What about Carol?
Oh man, yeah, those 4 right there, guys.
Fuck me,
alive.
Thank you, AMC.
Yeah, thank you.
Rosita. Now, there's a couple scary shots in here where she's jumping across a building and she's trying to climb her ass up, and there's walkers below her. Do you think they'll kill off Rosita? Now, unfortunately, this is where we talked about in one of our other videos how there's a lot of characters and they have to feed the beast. Her character has taken a very big landslide to almost nothingness lately. She's got a little bit bigger part here in 11, but her character they've really have gone downhill with her with the writing for her character.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no because of the kid factor.
So then I'm gonna skip over 1 and go to.
This is where I'm going.
Father Gabriel.
He's gone.
He's gone.
Yeah, I think Father Gabriel dies.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Like they have kids. So who not that you have to pick and choose who would you want to raise those kids.
Not that both parents have to survive.
Right. Exactly.
I mean, we have a couple of kids in the community right now that don't have their original parents.
Yeah. I could probably see them killing Father Gabriel probably more than Rosita.
Yeah.
But if they want to throw a big, huge, crazy wrench in there, if they swap that would be huge.
Yeah.
That'd be huge. So we go right back to one, Mr. Aaron.
So if you'd asked me like, pre-11C, who was if Aaron was gonna die, I mean, he was gonna be one of my primary characters that was going to die, simply because Aaron was, in my opinion, supposed to take the Rick death,
taking the Rick role more in the comics.
Yeah, in the source material, and it just hasn't lined up like that. Matter of fact,
I don't think they're gonna do it.
I don't even think they're going to do that storyline.
No. If you guys. We'll say spoiler warning, but the comics have been over for a long time, but we have to say it in case any of you are starting to read them. So spoiler warning really quick. Rick dies in the source material.
Can I tell you something real quick? Sorry. Yeah. Completely off the topic, and I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I was in Vegas. When was that? Early August?
I think so.
Early August, right? And I'm going to the pool of my hotel, and before you can enter the pool, there's someone at the desk that'll take your card and scan you in to get to the pool. Anyway, I give her my card, and on her podium was a compendium. She had a Walking Dead compendium open. And, I just got to chatting with her, and I'm like, have you met Negan yet? Because I just glanced at the pages. I didn't know. And
Which
she
one
was like,
was at? Yeah.
She was like, no. And I'm like, oh, you're in for a ride. But yeah, I just thought it was cool. I mean, she couldn't have been, maybe early 20s.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So anyway, there are still some people out there obviously reading the source material.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. So that's what we always have to say, the, spoiler warning. So, Rick does die in the source material. He dies in a very horrible way. Well, won't go into specifics. I don't want to spoil any further, but that's kind of where we were thinking, who would take that massive event, who could take that massive event. And Daryl was never in our minds. Because Daryl is not that type of leader. Yeah. He is a leader, but he's not that type to stand up and make an awesome speech like Rick did in the source material. But Aaron would. And Aaron's personality has a lot of mirroring aspects of Rick, of how Aaron is. But I guess we didn't really truly answer. Yeah. Is he going to die? I'm still gonna say yeah. I'm still gonna say yes. I'm gonna say no. I don't think he will. Yeah. I don't think they'll do it. I don't know how, but I'm just gonna say I think he does. Yeah. Judith Grimes? No. No. RJ Grimes? No. No. Jerry? I don't know if I will. I don't know if I could, man. I don't know. I would say no, and hopefully not his wife either. I'm going to say no as well. Yeah, hopefully not his wife either. So, Connie, God, her character, I don't know. People still want the Donnie relationship. And that's not going to happen because of the spinoff. It's not going to happen. She's not going to go to Europe with him. I don't think they're going to do a relationship with them. I think they'll just be good friends, but could I see her dying? I'm going to say no. Well, let's go back to our video that we thought Luke died, and that's who Kelly is crying for. Do you think at the end Kelly is actually crying for her sister? Because Connie. I'm going to expect a huger reaction to Connie dying from Kelly. Mm-hmm. Like, she's going to scream. Yeah. She'll go ape shit. Yeah. I don't really see her dying, Connie, really. What about Kelly? Since we're on the subject. No, I think Kelly's good. I think the only person from that group I think definitely Luke is dying. Luke? Yeah. Yeah. So then some other characters that are off this poster, some ones that we can think of. Let's go down the Commonwealth line. Mercer. Oh, no. Definitely not. No. Unless he takes the Rick role. Unless he does take the Rick role. Yeah, he could. That's another person that we could see taking that piece of it. That's actually the only person right now, based on the story, that could take his role. Here's why. The community adores him. Mm-hmm.
he's taken a hard line to what's the brat? Sebastian, thank you.
Yeah, that's true. We forgot about that. That's true. We've
he's
talked
taken
about
a
that
hard
before.
line with Sebastian.
Yeah.
Sebastian sees that. He's going to be a central figure in the restructuring of Commonwealth. Spoiler, I haven't seen anything, but just based on the source material, there's some type of civil war, civil unrest.
There's a riot.
And there's a lead figure, and in the source material, it's Rick, that brings this community together, and they fight for him.
Yeah.
And that is completely set up for Mercer right now.
That's Mercer, yeah, because in the source material, Rick was doing some, helping the community, and the people were seeing that, and they were like, oh, I like this Rick guy. He seems like a good leader. Mercer is kind of the only one doing that right now. Aaron and them, they're kind of off and on, but Aaron's on the outside, so there really isn't anyone else to really guide them and love them, or there really isn't anybody else that the civilians could actually look up to, other than Mercer. So,
but here's the thing too, like, Mercer's kind of like Daryl in the leadership role. Like, I don't see Mercer getting up and giving a big speech, which in the source material there is one during that civil unrest, and I don't see that from a Mercer.
I do see your point. I see that he's kind of like Daryl, where he may not be the one to step up, and I think he might be now after that pep talk with Max.
Sure.
After she's like, they love you. What are you going to do? Like, are you going to rise up and do what needs to be done and, become a leader? And I think after that pep talk, I think I see it more now that he could definitely, if he sees a massive riot and he sees all these civilians and troopers and our group about to just destroy each other, I see him running into the middle, stopping it, and making an awesome speech.
Is he statue worthy?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's a valid question.
Well, if they keep that there, yes, I could see them making a statue out of him. But
I could too. Here's why. To the Commonwealth, he's that type of figure.
He's the man. Yeah.
In our source material, it was more worldly.
It was more worldly.
It was more. Yeah. There were more communities. There were more. They're same communities, but Rick did more in the source material, and Rick being gone, for the years that we've had him gone, that's why it doesn't work in the show.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely Mercer I could see him taking that role.
So there's two ways for Mercer.
Yeah.
We like right now we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. Pamela Milton. I say no.
I say no, but
I say if they stick kind of to the source material story, she'll either be put in jail or they'll just demote her.
I was just going to say she's going to be controlled for sure.
Yeah, she'll just be demoted and maybe go to. They haven't really given us other communities that they've had, but there is a Greenville, which is part of their community. It's kind of like a lake community. Maybe they'll exile her to go live in a lake house or something. What about Mr. Sebastian? Bastion. Will they turn it? It's so hard to talk about this in a way because they've already the source material story is all not going to be there potentially.
He's done bad enough stuff,
but he hasn't done
to be killed.
His event. His major event. We won't say it. But I don't know.
I think he dies.
I think he dies. Yeah. I think he dies. Yeah. It'd be interesting if there's one scene that I hope happens. It kind of made it look that way in the trailer. I'm not sure if it's going to happen, but if Negan gets to talk to this boy,
that'd be awesome.
Because there's also a scene that looks like Negan is actually talking to Mercer too. It looks cool.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. So yeah, that's Sebastian, that's Pamela, that's Mercer.
Hornsby.
Oh, there we go.
Hornsby is definitely dying.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's definitely dying.
I don't think they're going to be jailing Hornsby like they did with Negan.
No.
They're going to kill him.
No, they'll kill him.
I don't know. I don't know, dude, because
Aaron has got enough rage.
Well, so does Maggie, but we've seen what's happened to Maggie where she wants to kill and she doesn't.
Dude, I think after the what's that group called? What is that?
The Leah's group.
Yeah, after that group, she ain't letting anybody survive. And she's got Negan standing right next to her as a symbol of...
He'll talk to her a little bit. Just do it.
No, I think Hornsby dies, man.
Yeah, I think Hornsby's got to die. Well, we do have to mention this. We've kind of already did a video on this. Oceanside. Anyone in Oceanside?
Well, Luke for sure.
Luke for sure. What about Rachel? Rachel's
Is
kind of
Diana there?
Rachel's the leader right now. Diana. No, I think she's with Alexandria. She's with our group still.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's Rachel's the leader now. We haven't heard from Cynthia or Cindy in forever. Cindy's location is unknown. We don't even think she's even there.
Yeah.
Haven't seen the actress, but I think Rachel's the actual leader. Yeah, it's still up in the air, guys. We do know that the review embargo or whatever that they have, or lockdown, the first 2 episodes have been reviewed by, columnists. Kirsten Acuna, who is a insider, she's done a full review of both episodes. I haven't looked at it, but her tag in her article line is she was happy with it, but she saw some frustrating things, and to her, she's a little worried about how they're going to end it.
In the show?
Yeah. That's her opinion, but, we haven't read any reviews. Of course, we don't. But, yeah. So, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. I
don't know.
For Oceanside?
Oceanside? Yeah, Oceanside.
Do they get... Well, I mean, it comes down to do they get wiped out or not? I don't think they do.
In the end,
I don't think they do.
I don't think Hornsby will do it. I think he's just going to have the threat of it to hold it over our group's heads.
Yeah.
Fortunately. But if he does, that's fucking insane shit. Now I'm trying to think of other characters. I got that's kind of about it. We'll stick to the main ones.
Yeah, I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else that I can think of.
So with whatever there has been a main death confirmed, technically. Now, I did see a still shot, not of the death, but of the supposed death, where it shows somebody basically getting torn up by walkers. You couldn't see really much. So I guess for us, the only people that we've said are going to die are potentially Ezekiel, Father Gabriel, and that's it, right? You thought Yumiko. We said Yumiko will take more.
I said Aaron.
You said Aaron.
Yeah, I still think Aaron is
potentially Connie.
Let's look at it from a perspective of like how, like a percentage wise. Like, do you think is it more plausible that Aaron dies than he lives?
Not really.
Really?
I don't know. I like Aaron a lot as a character, but I could see it going both ways. But
I mean, are you saying that because he's kind of been on the sidelines for a little bit now?
I mean, he has a little. I mean, it's coming out a lot more, and I think it definitely will in these last. A lot of stuff's coming out more in these last 8 episodes because it has to.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't know.
I could see him dying though, but he's one that keeps a level head and tries to always want to do good. And he's like, if somebody's thinking about doing something bad, he's the one that steps in and says, no, we can't do this or something. But a lot of other characters do it too.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like it's hard because we don't know how they're going to do this battle. Like,
yeah, I mean,
assuming that there is a battle. But when we had like stuff like All Out War, right? It was a lot easier because there were a lot of characters that were tied to, how that war was going to turn out.
Yeah. It's difficult for us guys because us being comic book readers of how much the story has changed and how a lot of characters that are here now in this show had not a lot of relevance in the main story of the comic in the source material because A, they weren't there, or B, a lot of characters were already dead by then.
And so, 4 of them we know survive. So like, I guess like at first I'm like, well, going through that photo, we're only saying 2 are definitely going to die. Well, I mean, look, 4 of them already are going to live. We know that. Unless they're pulling a complete freaking rug from out underneath us and saying that Carol, like, do you have doubts? Is Carol going to die? She's not doing the spinoff.
I'd say 100% no, because I think that they're still planning on doing Carol stuff in other spinoffs. Like, even if she may eventually come into the Daryl spinoff, depending on how long that spinoff's going to be. Yeah, I mean, I know AMC has said that there's going to be deaths, plural, deaths. Not and even in their synopsis.
Oh, and I said
not everyone will survive. So
I said King Ezekiel too.
Yeah, we said Ezekiel. You know, it's just our early predictions, guys. I mean, we'll probably do another one as we get into the episodes of how we see them go. But
I mean, I'm picking the people that should be gone.
The way that he said that, guys, I'm probably going to play that back twice. The way he said it.
It's true, though. I mean,
should be gone.
The King Ezekiel's dead already.
Yeah.
Father Gabriel's dead already.
If I could go back through and say, okay, these are the characters that I could see, if they're going to have massive, huge deaths that would make an impact, who could die that I could see? Well, Elijah is not a true, like a real main character, but he's a big enough presence that it would be felt because he's close to Maggie, he's close to Lydia. Mm-hmm. But I could see King Ezekiel, and yes, we still call him the king because he is the fucking king. I could see Ezekiel. I could see either Rosita or Father Gabriel.
I could too.
I would probably lean more towards Father Gabriel dying than Rosita.
Yeah.
I could potentially see Connie dying. Potentially, I could see her being killed. And that, you know, we've seen a couple shots with Kelly crying, and we've seen some, you know, and it looked like she was sitting in front of a man. It could be Luke, could not be. I could see Aaron dying. I really could.
Yeah.
I honestly could see him dying for the fight. But when we see that scene of him, though, talking about those variants, it made me think that was more towards like the end after everything was done. He's talking about these variants.
You're actually,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're actually
I don't know why I felt that way.
No, you're right.
But that scene just made me think that he is talking after all the events are done, whatever this house is. Maybe it's his house. I don't know. Maybe he got this house. I don't know what it is. It just made me think like that scene was more talking after all the events were done, before the closing and the finale. He's talking about this, which is an Easter egg to maybe something else they want to do.
You're absolutely right. But here's the deal. Do you want it to end like that? I don't want it to end like that.
No,
I don't want it to end with, I've heard there's variant walkers out there.
Yeah.
God, no.
Cut to black, and we got to wait for a spin-off to go over it.
I want conclusion of my characters.
Yeah.
I don't want this new thing 11 seasons later.
I know.
Come on.
There's just no time for it. There's really not. Yeah. So, I mean, guys.
You made me mad.
So, guys, let us know who you think may survive. Once again, we're just going off our opinions, our thoughts, our gut feelings. Of course, when we see it, we're going to be amazed by it when we're wrong or when we're right. Either way,
yeah,
you'll definitely see it in our reactions, in our discussions afterwards. But I think what they're planning to do from their synopsis, not everyone will survive, but it's just hard to think who they want to take out that will have an impact.
I would have loved to gone on into a show, not knowing who was going to live or die. Like, I would love to have gone into a finale, like pretty much knowing that not a single character is safe.
Yeah.
That's not the case.
No.
And that's what kind of makes it sucky a little bit.
Yeah.
How many episodes now have we been foreshadowed Father Gabriel's death?
A lot, dude.
Right?
A lot.
Right? So is he going to survive?
A lot.
Exactly.
That is true. Father Gabriel's death has been foreshadowed a lot because he dies during the Whisperer War.
Yeah.
He dies.
Since then, we've seen multiple water towers. Now, look, I know that it's just a water tower, but those can be everywhere.
That's what we think.
Exactly.
He gets, but not even the water tower.
There's been other things.
Other foreshadows that he's going to die or just go psycho and he'll just die. Yeah, he's gotten the most, dude. But they've also done it with Rosita.
Yeah.
They've had a lot of foreshadowing with Rosita. Even in this last trailer, the San Diego Comic-Con trailer, they had foreshadowing, but they've done a lot of other stuff with potentially Rosita dying. I've seen tons of tweets like, do not kill Rosita. If Rosita dies, we riot. Like, tons of stuff with Rosita. So it's really crazy how they do that with some characters, and other ones, you have no idea, which is what you want. But, yeah, I don't know. Gotta go back to that line of Josh. I just want people who are gone, who deserve to be gone. That was so good. That was classic. Yeah, let us know what you think, guys. Once again, early predictions, opinions. We'll definitely, I think we'll do this again once we get a couple episodes in and we kind of get a feeling of how the story is going or whatever. So definitely stay tuned. Let us know, again, what your thoughts in the comments. Make sure if you're new, subscribe, like the video, and stay tuned for The Walking Dead premiere October 2nd. I'm Jarrell.
I'm Josh.
We're NocBro Nation.
We're out.